good. Let's see here. Check the audio levels. All right, guys, so the audio levels are good. Okay, so for those of y'all that checked out a couple of videos on my channel last year when I did, well, not last year, but when I did last year's version of Madden, I ran into a little bit of trouble with this. So welcome back, everybody. It's your boy Malin Relish coming at you guys with another Madden 21 live stream video, and we're doing something fun today. We're gonna have some fun today on the channel. So yes, bow right there in your face. We got college football rosters once again, just like they did in Madden 20. We got college football rosters for this season, and we got updated rosters for college football. We got Madden updated rosters with college football teams in mind. So first of all, I'm very excited to finally do this because, oh my goodness, guys, I was so pumped to do this last year, but for some reason, when I downloaded the community file last year, they gave you the college football teams. Like, I went into an exhibition play now mode like you see right now, and I was able to select every team except my Red Raiders for some reason. My only guess is that it had something to do with the fact that maybe the logo wasn't properly into the game. However, if you recall, last year, one of the reasons the Tech logo was able to be in the game is because in Face of the Franchise mode, you could choose to have your guy go to Texas Tech and play in the National Championship game. That is one that I selected, and that was mainly due to the fact that my guy Mahomes was on the cover. Texas Tech alum, one of the most famous quarterbacks in the history of the program. Still upset that we couldn't get him at least a bowl win. Yeah. So before we hop into a game, I'm going to show you guys what we're looking like right now, because I want to show you guys these rosters. First of all, I want to show y'all, if you don't know how to do this, how to get the roster for the college football teams in Madden 21. So what you do is you go to Download Community Files, and then you're going to scroll all the way over to Roster. Then after you do that, you're going to scroll down to the file name that's called College Football M21 Lite. And this will give you, and this guy has basically created the rosters with the accurate team logos, 12 teams. So we only have 12 teams that are in here. And I'll show you what those teams are here in a bit. Let me go back to Play Now, and I'll show you all the playable college football teams that you can play with when you download this roster and save it. So let me go back to Exhibition, and I'll show you guys who you can play with. There's some good teams in here. It's really a lot of the top teams. Of course, my Red Raiders, but as you can see, scrolling down, I'll show you who you can play with. You got Clemson with Trevor Lawrence, projected #1 overall draft pick. Florida, led by Marco, Wilson, Kyle Pitts, Donovan Steiner. Those are some of the top players, just like they are in real life. You can play with the Florida State Seminoles. Unfortunately, they don't have their logo in this, kind of like Texas Tech doesn't, but their uniforms are in the game as well. See, right there. Same thing goes for my Red Raiders. Their logo might not be in the game, but their uniforms are. Check it out right there. You got the Texas Tech uniforms right there in your face. So you got Florida State. You got LSU, led by Jamar Chase. I have a feeling he'll probably be a future #1 pick. Kobe Mode, hey, what's up, my guy? Oh, my goodness, it's great to see you in the chat. Might be better than the actual Raiders. Well, I don't know, man. You see, I downloaded these rosters, and I wanted to check and see if I could even play as them in the game when I downloaded them, because Kobe, one of the things that happened last year is that this guy, College Football M Lite, he did the same thing last year where he had Texas Tech in the game, but every time I tried to go into Play Now to select the Red Raiders, it wouldn't let me select it. It would let me select all the other teams like LSU, Florida, and all of those guys, but I couldn't select Texas Tech for some reason, despite the fact they were in the game, and I didn't really understand why it wasn't letting me do it. I tried to re-downloaded the file a bunch of times, and it didn't work. It wouldn't let me play as them, and then when I reloaded it again, The logos would be disappearing. The names of the rosters with the college football players' names would be the same, but the regular Madden logos would be loaded back in, like the Broncos, the Steelers, and everything else. Because I'm pretty sure to get these rosters, what this person did is that they renamed every single player on these rosters for the teams that they made into the college football teams, so that way it was playable. So, like I said, you got Florida State, you got LSU in here, led by Jamar Chase. Miami Hurricanes, led by Gregory Rosenau. Yeah, I mean, he could be a guy that my Cowboys could use on the defensive line. Yeah, but he's like the best edge rusher coming into the draft, so he can play as his team in this game. You also got the Michigan State Spartans. You got Sparty in this year's game because, then again, this is one of the playable teams that you can play as with your quarterback in the face of the franchise mode. You got Nebraska, whatever. I mean, Nebraska, it's like Texas Tech and Michigan State were replaced in this year's game with Nebraska, but it is what it is. And you got Oklahoma, led by Trey Brown and some other great players right there. You got the Oregon Ducks in this game, Justin Herbert's old team, led by Javon Holland, who's a great cornerback, great defensive back, somebody my Cowboys could definitely use. And then you got what I like to call those stinking burnt orange Texas Longhorns, led by Caden Stearns, who's a really good safety, B.J. Foster, and Joseph Osai. And then, of course, you got my Red Raiders. And you got the USC Trojans in here as well, led by Jay Tuffle, Drake Jackson, and some other good players in there. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at actually the roster that they have for my Red Raiders, because it might not be 1,000% accurate, but I checked it briefly, and it looks like they got like a lot of the top players in the like as a part of the team. I'll show you right now. See, yeah, Kobe, check this out. You got Austin McNamara, probably the best punter in the Big 12. Eli Howard, I mean, his face is not like Eli, but I guess they couldn't change it. You got DeMarcus Fields, Rico Jeffers is in here, Dawson Deaton, SaRodorick Thompson, Adrian Fry, Jack Anderson, TJ Leggett, Trey Wolf, Zach McPherson, a.k.a. the football magnet of Texas Tech. He's all over the field on defense. I mean, listen, I know a lot of y'all watching my channel, don't watch Texas Tech, and y'all aren't Red Raider fans by any stretch. Then again, nobody wants to be at this point of the program under Matt Wells, what they're doing. But if you ever get a chance to, fly by and watch some Big 12 football, you'll probably see this guy, Zach McPherson, making big plays for the defense, because he literally has gotten so many fumbles and interceptions this season. It's unreal. We had a guy last year in Douglas Coleman who was like that, but he went to the NFL. Brandon Boyer Randall, the former Michigan State Spartan, he's in there. Recently just got out of trouble. Kobe knows about that. I don't know the rest of y'all know about that in the chat. Krishan Merriweather, Dalton Rigdon, McLean Mannix. Yep, Alan Bowman. Oh, man. I really, I mean, Alan, I love you, man. And when we play the game, I'm going to be playing as Alan Bowman, because the rest of the quarterbacks, you got MacGyver in here, but yeah, Donovan Smith, Taylor Null, I don't even know who that is, to be honest with you. I think that's a guy that was part of the team maybe last season but transferred. I don't know. I don't know if you remember him either, Kobe, because I don't remember a guy named Taylor Null being at quarterback in camp at any point, like this season or the past season. Donovan Smith in there, that guy's a freshman. Of course, you got Alan Bowman, SaRodorick, Xavier White, Jack Welch, Taj Brooks. I'm not going to worry too much about numbers and stuff. I might update. I might change that off camera, but for right now, I kind of just want to jump into a game, because I wanted to do this video for last year's Madden, but like I said, for some reason, whenever I loaded up these rosters with Texas Tech a part of it, I couldn't play as them. It wouldn't let me do it. I don't really know what's going on. It must have been just one of those classic bugs, or just one of those classic things where the file just got corrupted, or you just couldn't play them as the right way. Rigdon, Mannix, Eazy-E, Eric Azukama, Cameron Cantrell's in here. We got Kashawn Carter, Loic Fonich. I'm sorry, I still don't know how to pronounce this kid's name, but I think he's going to be a stud in the next couple of years. Jalen Polk, he's already played pretty well this season so far. He stepped up in a major way when Vasher's been out. Miles Price, he originally came in as a running back, then moved into receiver. He's got some speed. He's got some pretty good hands. I mean, just 70 overall, so I don't know. And Myler Royals, that's definitely not his face. But anyway, I'm not going to get too butthurt about, the little things that they didn't do with this roster, because I'm pretty sure this guy left, other ones like, unedited in some ways. Travis Kuntz, starting tight end. Simon Gonzalez, in real life, he just announced that he's going to transfer out of the program. So technically, he's still a part of the team. He just hasn't transferred from Tech yet, but he's already announced that he's going to transfer away from here. John Holcomb, I don't know who that is. I don't think that's even a player that's on Tech. They must have just put in a random player. Zach Adams, Troy Bradshaw, Landon Peterson, Weston Wright, Marcus Marshall. This kid's big. Look at it, 320. Come on. He's a big, big kid. He'll be a stud, hopefully, in a few years if he gets on the field. Dawson Deaton at center. We got Will Farrar. Jack Anderson, he's played okay this year, but he had a season-ending knee injury last year, and it's been a hard year for really the whole offensive line this season for Tech in real life. But Jack's he was a freshman All-American. He's a good player. I think he'll definitely get a chance at the NFL. I mean, he's got the size and the frame. Just needs to really fully get back to his ways before he got injured last season, and we'll see. And Clayton Franks is in there as backup. Casey Verhulst, got Trevor Roberson. That kid, 6'11". He's literally as big as Andre the Giant, and he kind of even looks like him. That's not his real face, but seriously, guys, Google Trevor Roberson, and you will see that this kid is like Andre the Giant's son. He's 6'11". He's just a big guy that they're hoping to mold into like the next great Big 12 lineman who can just blow people out of the way. If he's able to develop into the offensive lineman or right tackle that we expect him to be off the right side, whoever the quarterback is in the future, whether it's going to be Bowman or Columby or whoever they have in there, Donovan Smith, Matt McIver, they're going to have a clean jersey if this kid can develop. And the running backs like Sir Roderick, oh my goodness, Xavier White, Brooks, those guys are going to be able to have some wide open rushing lanes. I've always been excited about Trevor, and I actually interviewed him a couple times before I took this job in television. Nelson and Banasaur, he's actually in real life out for the season. That's why he's got an injury logo next to him. Gilbert Benemy, I think, is out for the year as well. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if you remember Kobe. And Tony Bradford. Tony Bradford's an interesting kid. He's a good kid. He's a nice lineman, and he's aggressive. He's got the body frame. He's had he's had to play a lot more this season because he's had injuries on that defensive line. And interesting thing about him, he actually wants to be a police officer in the future. So I think that's pretty interesting. I think playing football definitely will help him in that regard. Protect and serve. Eli Howard, in real life, he's white and he has long, dark brownish hair. Yeah. Devin Drew and Philip Bliddy, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's a freshman. Nick McCann, John Scott, Jonathan King. I don't think that's a real player. I think that's just a random creative player they just inserted in there. Jalen Hutchings, Alyssa Salenga. Yeah, he's I think a walk-on. Michael Nelson, Krishan Merriweather, Kosi Eldridge, Bryce Robinson. Robinson, I think, could be a decent player in the future. He just needs to develop more. And Derek Lewis. Rico Jeffers. Man, this guy, when Jordan Brooks was part of this team last year, he's a rookie on the Seahawks, but those two last year, they formed a pretty good tandem at linebacker. Now, Rico's still playing pretty well this year. I mean, despite the fact that our defense has had a major drop-off from last year, I still think Rico has actually played pretty well this year. He will be a future NFL linebacker. I'm pretty convinced. I really think he will be. Brandon Boyer Randall, of course, we got him in there. Xavier Benson. Now, in real life, Xavier Benson is not with the team, and he's dealing with mental health issues. Honestly, I still don't entirely know what that's all about. I mean, I think there was a thought that he would return this season because he said when he was leaving the program, he was doing it to focus on his mental health, but he has yet to come back. And at this point, I don't think he's going to come back because there's only 3 games left in the season because it's been shortened because of COVID. So, yeah, Xavier, I don't expect him to be back this year. Hopefully he comes back next year because he's been missed in the middle. Last year, he really got a chance to play as a freshman out there. Thought he played really well. He was really flying around the ball when we played against Oklahoma State last year, and they were ranked like 23rd at the time, and it was a big upset. Chuba Hubbard was still a part of that team, and not exactly excited to face them after we played Baylor. So that's who we play this week, by the way. Tyreek Matthews, DeMarcus Fields, Zach McPherson, John Davis, Alex Hogan, Nate Floyd, Thomas Leggett, Dadrion Taylor, Adrian Fry, Adam Beck, Jamarcus Ingram. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say about these guys. Yeah, I'm just not really going to say too much. I guess he didn't add Eric Moore. Eric Moore is a hold on, let me check LSU's roster. Yeah, they have Eric Monroe on LSU's roster. Well, okay, well, Eric Monroe is a graduate transfer, actually transferred to Tech, and he's the starting strong safety right now. Well, I don't know if he's a starter, but he's like a rotational guy in there. He's, once again, it's another graduate transfer that to me has been a big disappointment. Adam Beck was committed, and then he transferred to, and then he decided to decommit from Tech, and he went to Minnesota. A couple of years later, he comes back, and I think I know why he came back, because he couldn't get on the field, probably because he... Anyway, guys, yeah. Like, I'm a hardcore Texas Tech football fan because, number one, I went to Tech, okay? I went to Texas Tech, and I went to every game throughout my entire college tenure there. And also, I worked, like, for the athletic department part-time filming football games from, like, in the bleachers for the Jumbotron and everything like that. We call it Raider Vision. I still technically am a part of that. I just haven't gone back this year because of COVID and everything. And there's a limited capacity. There's limited media members that can be permitted in the stadium this year. And, I mean, maybe next year I'll try to go back. But, yeah, I mean, honestly, guys, nowadays in the era that we're in with Matt Wells, this team, I feel like, honestly, every week he gives me some kind of radiation poisoning. It's really unreal. But, hey, I still think there's something to be said for the hardcore fan who rides with the team that he went to school, that represents the school that he went to. And I got my degree from there. I'm a proud Red Raider. I got the ring. I got the diploma to prove it. So this is my team. They might be the worst they might be one of the worst in the Big 12. Yeah, we're not worse than Kansas. I'm sorry. We are not worse than Kansas. This year, Kansas is winless, okay? I think we're better than Baylor. I'm seriously. Baylor's had 99 problems, and COVID has been one of them. For real. Seriously, Baylor's like canceled like every one of their opening games that they had scheduled because of a shortened season, and then they still can't do it. So they say, you know what? Screw it. Let's just start conference play and let's go into it. Bad idea because they've only won one game so far. So far, Tech's only won two, but still a little bit better. Okay, so I'm gonna stop delaying this, and I'm gonna hop right into a game. And oh man, okay, so Tech is a 79 overall. Who do I want to play? I'm really tempted to go and play against Texas because in real life, Tech had a 15-point lead this year and they blew it in the final minutes. It was one of the most humiliating losses I think I've ever seen in the history of the program. I mean, I've seen worse than this, but it was pretty bad, especially because it was Texas. So I'm going to play Texas. Let me double check and see if their uniforms are in here correctly and everything, because I just want to check that to make sure. All right, they got their uniforms. I think we have ours. Yeah, we do. Okay. Let's hop into it. All right. Let's go. Yeah, we have our 8-minute quarters. Yeah. So I guess we're playing in the Bears stadium and whatnot. It doesn't really matter to me where we play. I guess I could play in like a different stadium, but I don't really know. Obviously, real college football stadiums are not in this game, so they just randomly inserted it. Man, I guess maybe I could play at AT&T Stadium or Cowboys Stadium, but I don't really know. You know what? Tech used to play Baylor there. Let's play UT there just because it's in Texas. I think in real life, let's just do it a 4:15 kickoff. So let's play there. Let's play at Cowboy Stadium. Yeah, because Tech played Baylor as part of the the Texas Farm Bureau shootout, they called it. So they would play. Each other at AT&T Stadium like in November, late in the season. It was a rivalry game. Well, it still is. It still is a rivalry game with Baylor. Turn my TV down a little bit because it's louder than I recall. So they would play there, but the series ended a couple of years ago, and they decided to go back to the home format where basically now everybody's playing. They're both playing at their respective stadiums. So. Anyway, we got the accurate uniforms. We're playing at Jerry World. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun, guys. Okay, I don't know really why we returned it like that, but oh well. Who's even on the return to these? Donovan Smith? What the heck? All right. Okay. What in the... Hold up, guys. Okay, this looks... Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta fix the depth chart here. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, well, I probably got to do this because these, rosters are... update... Okay, hold on, guys. I gotta do the depth chart here. Okay. Yeah, we need a... Roderick in there. I don't know what the heck was up with the alignment. It looked like invisible players on the line. I think I know what it is. It's probably because of the fact that the roster is like changed up or something. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to do the same for UT because they probably have some of the same issues. I'll have Gonzalez at fullback, receiver. Yeah, we gotta put our guys in there. Come on now. Oh man, sorry guys. I wasn't expecting that I was going to have to basically do the depth chart in the middle of the game, but it is what it is. Wait, I don't want Xavier White in there. No. Easy E, yeah, I want him in there, and I want Cantrell in there. I'm just going by like overalls. Left tackle, yeah, Landon Peterson. I want no, I want Adams. There we go. Change up the order there. Left tackle. Wait, is that... No, is it... Oh, that was... Oh, stupid me. That was the tight end slot. Travis Kuntz. Gonzalez. Do we have another tight end available? Yeah, I got Holcomb. Okay. All right. Yeah, Adams. Yeah. I might have to do this with like all the college teams if I want to play this again. Okay. Sorry guys, this is kind of getting annoying now. Do I have... Okay, yeah, I got him in there. Left guard is our best left guard. Yeah, Weston Wright. Marshall. Who's the other left guard? Do we have another one? Yeah, we do. We have Caleb Rogers. Woo! Jeez. It's crazy. I wasn't about to play the game where we just had blank people there. You think I'm crazy. Playing a game with invisible players. Can't do that. Jack Anderson, right tackle. QC. Trevor. Casey. I think we have another right tackle we can put in here, can't we? Yeah, we got Cardi. Let's go. Nelson. Gilbert. And Bradford. I'm just double checking and make sure they're in there. Evan Drew. Let's put him in there. Let's get Phillip. Defensive tackles. Jalen. Nick McCann. Yeah, Jalen's the higher overall. Didn't look like that on the roster, but oh well. No, I'll take it. Jonathan King. I think we have another defensive tackle, do we? Yeah, John Scott. Wait, or don't we? Yeah, we do. Okay, so King is Scott there. Okay. Left. outside linebacker. I think we only have one, and it's, yeah, Michael Nelson. I want to make sure that we have other. Yeah, let's have Xavier be the other one. Yeah, Rico. We'll just have him as third string just in case one of them goes down. Kosi. Let's put in Bryce. Rico. Xavier. Didn't know I was going to have to do this, so sorry about the delay, guys. Cornerback. There's Marcus in there. Let's get Zach in there. Let's get John. And then let's get Hogan. I think actually John Davis opted out or decided to transfer or something. I could be wrong, but I don't really know. I forget at this point. The whole actual real season's kind of become a wash for me just because of COVID and everything. Dadrion Taylor. Got our... Yeah, we got Leggett. We got him in there. Let's get Fry. Let's get you. Beck. Yeah, let's change up Beck and Ingram. Okay, so we've got Trey Wolf, kicker, punter. We got McNamara. Kick returner, yeah, not Donovan Smith. Let's get Miles Price in there. Let's get punt returner. Let's do Fry. Do we have Fry in there? Yeah, we do. Okay, I did that correctly. Kickoff specialist. Let's have McNamara. Long snapper. We'll just keep that guy in there. Third down back. Yeah, Sir Roderick for sure. White and Jimerson. Power. Turn back, yeah, let's just do that. Slot, right, left, in. Sub, yeah. All right, let me check Texas. Yeah, Texas, I got to do them too. Oh, goodness gracious. You cannot make changes to the other team's depth chart. Okay, well, alrighty then. I guess I would have to switch control of them.
So from inside the 20, here's
all right, okay. We ran one play with like nobody there, so oh goodness gracious me, that was awful.
All right. Certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, Bowman.
And he dropped the interception, okay. Lucky there. All right. So this first drive is just going to be kind of a crazy thing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third.
The triangle's wide open. Catch that. There we go. That's Sir Roderick Thompson. Wide open. He's going to go. Touchdown. There we go. Nice. Cool. Okay, guys. However, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna have to switch my control of I'm gonna have to switch control of like from Tech to the other team. Just because I can't. Okay. Can I settings? Oh, wait. Yeah. Controller select. Yeah. Okay. So let me see if I can adjust Texas's depth chart now. Okay. All right. So I'm going to run this. I'm going to play this kickoff.
Completed big time play for a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to let that play die. Okay. All right. So, can I switch? So am I switching? Okay, cool. Am I? Okay. So I'll start running this QB pass. Okay. All right. Now that I've got control of Texas, let me change their depth chart. Since I'm playing against them now, I can make those adjustments. Man, oh man. Auto reorder. Okay. Ah, stupid me. I can just stupid me. I just got to auto reorder and it does it. Okay. All right. Let me get back to the controller select here and get back to playing as my Red Raiders. All right. Okay, I think now I'm going to run one play as Texas just because we need to. Okay. All right, so ran that play. Okay, coach suggestions. Okay, now we're playing defense. Okay, so Ellinger is in there at quarterback. All right, this is NCAA football 21. This is not Madden 21. This is NCAA football 21 right here. We give up a first down right there, but no big deal. Well, then again, we scored that touchdown with Texas not even having their proper personnel on the field, so I can't get too upset about that. I get pancake right there. There we go, make the tackle. There we go. Nice tackle right there made by Nelson. Cover 4. We got him in a 2nd and 8 situation. Let's audible to deep. No, wait. No. Let's. I couldn't alternate the play. It's okay, though, because he dropped it. And now we got him in a 3rd and 8 situation here. Let's see. Linebacker blitz 2. I want to have a little bit of pressure, but not so much. We got Merriweather coming on the blitz here. See if we can get to Ellinger. I can't get around the edge. But our quarterback out there makes the tackle. That's McPherson. He made the tackle on Ingram short of the first down, so they're going to have to punt it to us.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So nice defensive stand right there. We're still up 7-0. Got Adrian Fry back there returning punts. He gets a nice little return right there. That's not bad. 13 yards, so we'll take it. Good deal. All right. Let's see here. Let's go mesh. Let's go mesh right here. I'm not exactly sure what playbook of like what team this is that we're running right here, but if it involves like a lot of spread passing plays and stuff like that, and a lot of gun formation stuff, that's pretty much the offense that Tech runs in real life. I mean, when under Kingsbury, it was really air raid and nothing else, but with Wells, it is a little bit different, and also with David Yost, who's the offensive coordinator, they do more screens, which I swear, so many screens, it's unreal, guys. If you ever watch Texas Tech, you're going to wonder, why are they running so many screens? Yeah, it'll be 3rd and like 15, and they'll run a screen to the halfback, and it'll be like Brooks or Thompson or somebody, and they never get close. It's like they just give up on every drive when it comes to play calling. It's unreal. But we get a first down there with Quadjini, whatever his name is, the great freshman receiver. Let's do a little bit of running with Sir Roderick Thompson here. Let's run the football. Sir Roderick, nice carry up the middle. Nice 6-yard burst right there, maybe 7. 7-yard gain. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Cool. So I'm glad that, you know, despite the fact that Texas Tech isn't featured in the QB1 phase of the franchise mode, they were able to get the uniforms in and everything. Because I was thinking if they did this roster like they did last year, that they weren't going to be able to do it. Because if the team itself is not featured in the game in any capacity, I was thinking there's no way they could do it. But I guess whatever reason, this guy figured out a way to do it, and I give him props, man. You know, thank you very much for allowing us players like myself to play as college football teams when we've been so deprived of an NCAA football video game since 2013. I mean, seriously, guys. I really hope that soon we can get a NCAA football game as I take a stupid sack there. And now it's 3rd down and goal at the 12-yard line. Weak flood here. I think we got Vasher. Yeah, we got Vasher running the post. I just don't really know about this route. But let's see if he can get open.
Flush to his right.
Flushed out, I couldn't do anything. Oh well, that's okay. We'll kick the field goal. We'll have Trey Wolf come in and kick the field goal.
They're extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
All right, but we kick an easy field goal right there to make it 10-0. The first quarter's just about over, so not bad. Yeah, we got 14 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit
Kick it off.
Get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space.
Cover 3 Sky right here.
Take 3 there.
All right, let's keep tightening up on defense. Oh, Ingram broke a couple of tackles on us and got that one.
First down. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that
injury,
last play.
injury timeout right
the
there.
Training staff takes a peek. We'll take a break. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Well, you're going to keep that one, but we held him in check right there.
Up to about the 38-yard line.
Ehlinger's definitely one of the more mobile quarterbacks in the Big 12. He's pretty good. Pretty good.
2nd and 7. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports.
2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Try to hold him in check here. And we're rolling out. Oh, okay, he dropped it. Cool, good defense. Nice job.
Too much contact to hold on to that
Tampa
one,
2
and
for
it's
this
3rd
play.
down.
See if we can.
They head to the line facing a
right
3rd and 7. Following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Blitz.
From the shotgun.
I took his knees out, but wasn't able to draw it loose. Still a good hit by Merriweather.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
1st down, Colts.
Come on. This is Ingram on 1st.
There we go. Nowhere. Yeah, good defense.
First down carry, so
tackle there, Eli. I know that's not really your face. Still good tackle. Good tackle. 2nd and 9. Come on, D. There we go. Make the tackle. All right. So I think they got 8 yards there. They're going to be like 1 yard short. Yeah, they're 1 yard short. All right. Let's go overload 3. Let's get some pressure up. Actually, you know what? Let's go to Overstorm Brave. Got a feeling they're going to run it here. Oh! Oh my gosh, that was awful. Oh my goodness. Definitely didn't prepare very well for the slant route right there at all. And my guy just dove forward when I took control of him and missed the tackle. Oh well. It happens. Been like Texas Tech's defense in real life. Struggle a lot. Alright, so they narrow the gap, and now they're only down by 3. That was an okay defensive effort, but definitely made some mistakes down the stretch of that drive. Alright. Just start 2nd quarter, so we got time here.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
Come on, Price. Yeah, he's wearing number 4, but in real life he's number 18.
The 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
All right, let's try to go down the field again and get another score. Let's run some more slants.
Set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
Mannix. He dropped it. He got rocked pretty hard. Let's try inside zone. See if we can get some yards. Don't think we'll get many from this.
That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuff.
That's some pretty good blocking right there. There we go. That worked out better than I thought it was going to. Nice. Good run.
And now it looks like
run by Thompson right there.
Shaking up down there on the field. While the trainers take a look.
Let's go to another pass play here. Fonda might be able to get open on that little rub route right here. Ooh, good cut. Nice cut right there. Good job. 2nd down and 1. Let's go to a quick pitch right here.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I don't know if this pitch will work though. Yeah, they had numbers there, but we were able to get about like 5 yards and power forward for the 1st down. So pretty good run. Muscle cramps. Yeah, I want Zach Adams back in there.
This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly
another
what we
slant
just
route
said
play
there.
here.
Pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, Mannix got rocked pretty hard on that last play. I don't really know if he's going to be able to get open again. But Fonda's open again. Get that block for me. Oh, I should have waited for him to come back and make that block for me. I should have waited for Vasher to come on that side and get that man, but I didn't wait long enough. I should have let that develop a little bit more. We would have probably gotten the block that would have sprung me free for the touchdown. Some more running going with Thompson here. There we go. We call him Sweet Feet at Tech. Sweet Feet. Yeah, he's got a good mixture of speed and power. I mean, Roderick has really developed into one of the best backs in the Big 12, which is good to see. And I had a feeling he was going to turn into that, and he's really starting to gain some respect, which is very good, because, you know, for so many years, Tech really hasn't had any sort of good running game. And now that, you know, we have it with Thompson a little bit, it definitely, you know, helps out a little bit for our team.
It'll give him a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
From the gun.
There's Koontz. Get in there, Koontz. There we go. Haven't really heard it a lot this year, but Travis Kuntz is he was a JUCO transfer. He was a junior college transfer tight end, and apparently his nickname is Iceman. Yeah, just like that character from Top Gun. And what's really crazy is that same year in our draft class, you guys saw in the menu where we had signed a quarterback named Maverick MacGyver. First of all, that's an awesome name. That's like one of the best names I've ever seen a recruit at Texas Tech be. Seriously, guys. Maverick, and literally the same day, Travis Kuntz committed from where his JUCO college, wherever he was. So everybody said, yeah, guys, we literally have a quarterback named Maverick, and we have another guy named Iceman. I was like, oh my goodness. And then naturally everybody was tweeting, gifs of, Maverick and Iceman from Top Gun, and everybody was having fun with it. So yeah, that was kind of a fun day in terms of the recruiting front for Tech. I mean, Kuntz has been pretty good as far as the use of the tight end, but there just really haven't been a lot of tight end plays really the last couple of years. Although he had a pretty big play against West Virginia last year where he made a very crushing block on like a screen pass, and it sprung a guy for 20 yards, but they called him for an illegal block in the back. But it was a controversial call because he turned late, and it was like they couldn't call it that way, and everybody was like, oh, these Big 12 refs are in full swing or something like that. That's like the only big player I remember for him last year. And I think I tweeted, yeah, you know what? I wouldn't want to get hit by a guy nicknamed Iceman either. Although, oh, we got a pick. Yeah, I think that was a glitch right there. But that ball floated on Ellinger, and Merriweather was right there to make the play. So nice job. But yeah, his nickname is Iceman. I mean, the original Iceman is always George Gervin to me. Hey, one of the greatest San Antonio Spurs of all time. He's got his jersey hanging in the rafters for a reason, so let's see if I can run it with Bowman a little bit here. I tried to slide, but it didn't work. But he still gains the first down, not a bad run. So, in real life this season, Alan Bowman was the starting quarterback for the beginning of the season, but he he got hurt a little bit. When we were playing Kansas State, McLean Mannix almost caught that. That was a hell of a catch. He got hurt against Kansas State, and Henry Colomby finished the game. Bowman started the following week against Iowa State, but he really struggled. And I think towards the end of that game, Wells pulled him, and Travis Kuntz, a.k.a. Iceman, breaks the tackle and goes into the end zone for a touchdown. So he's starting against Iowa State, despite the fact that I think he was still hurt. He doesn't play well the whole game. We fall behind like 31 to 3 or something. It was terrible start. And at the end of the game, Wells pulls him, and he puts in this guy named Henry Colomby, who's a graduate transfer from Utah State, where Wells had coached previously before he came to Tech. And he looked good, and then he got the start the following week against West Virginia, and we won that game. Although Colomby played well enough to win the game, but surprisingly enough, it was the defense that won it. Like, it was a crazy play where a receiver, the game was tied at like 27, and one of our linebackers made a strip tackled one of the Western receivers. He fumbled the ball, stripped him, and McPherson, number 8, who I've talked about as kind of the football magnet, he just happened to be in the right place at the right time. He picks it up and he runs like 30 yards for the touchdown. And from that point, it was all about the defense holding their own, and we won that game. It's kind of an upset because at that point, West Virginia won 3 games. We had only won 1. So it was actually a bit of an upset, and that's how we won our second game of the season. And Colomby started that game. But next week we played the big bad Oklahoma Sooners, and we had no chance against them. I figured we'd have no chance, whether it was Bowman or Colomby starting that game. But Colomby started that game, and he threw like 3 interceptions. 2 of them were off the receiver's hands, so they weren't his fault. But he was just not playing very well. And it got to the end of the game, it was garbage time. So they pulled Colomby, and they put Bowman back in there. And I think he led him on like a scoring drive. Bowman did not play. Yeah. Oh man, we get called for roughing the passer right there by Benson. Oh man. Anyway, so yeah, so he started that game, and then so he started the next week against he started last week against TCU, and now I'm looking at my he dropped that. Okay, cool. I thought he caught that for some reason. Second down and 10. They're trying to score before the half, so there's like 34 seconds left. Play on defense here. I'm talking too much about. Oh, we do make a play. It's Tamarcus Fields who slams the door on him, and he makes the pick. Nice job. I'm just going to run the football and get us to halftime. I'm not going to worry about trying to score again. We're up 24-7. So yeah, I'm just going to run the ball and get to halftime. Good run right there by Thompson. So yeah, and now I'm seeing, rumors are spreading around that Wells is going to play both quarterbacks in the game coming up against Baylor, who's 1-4. Realistically, I think Tech has a chance to beat them, but I've said that a lot this season, and every Saturday it's really the same story, except for two. First game of the season against Houston Baptist, who's an FCS school, by the way. And for those of y'all that don't know a whole lot about college football and the different divisions, FCS is a lower division that is a lower thing altogether than FBS, which means that FBS schools are supposed to beat up on the FCS opponents and move on, but Tech only beat them by 2. It was kind of a humiliating win, and we really didn't think that, nobody thought that Tech played well. I didn't think so that they did. I thought it was just maybe shaking off the dust of COVID and no spring ball and everything like that, but it was a sign of how the season was going on. And I think most schools that are in kind of a similar situation that Tech is in, where they're trying to rebuild up the program, they're kind of in similar states. And they're trying to figure out how to, how to adjust and how to make practices work, make teams work, and everything like that. That's the way it is. We're in a pandemic. We're still trying to play football. So it's pretty tough. Let's go do a little dance right there. Doing a little Old Town Row on us. I like that. I like it, Fields.
That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make
so I'm so glad I was actually finally able to do this for you guys. I didn't know for sure if oh shoot, he's wide open. That was terrible coverage. I really didn't know if they were gonna if the guy college football Light or whatever his name is was gonna do the same thing again. And if he did, I had a feeling that he wasn't going to include Tech in it because their uniforms I didn't think would be in this game. But for some reason he was able to get it worked out. And I give him props. So thank you for creating these rosters and allowing big college football fans like myself to play this game using our favorite team. So thanks a lot, man. I'm just glad that they were able to work this year because I could have played as any other team, but of course I wanted to play as my Red Raiders in last year's game because that's my team, even though they're not very good. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They're not good, and this year I wouldn't be surprised if they lost. I wouldn't be surprised if they lost to Kansas, who hasn't won a game this year. And that's their final opponent of the regular season. It's their senior day in late February. It's been a for both of my football teams, for my college team and my pro team. But still, I'm excited that I get to get into Madden 21 and play as them. I don't care that the logo's a little bit off, but it's close enough. It'll have to do. However, we let Sam Ellinger drive the Longhorns all the way down the field, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown to bring them within 10. Trying to make sure they can't do a comeback on us. So on this next drive, I'm going to try to maybe have it kind of be a put-away drive. Try to drive down the field and really make it hard for them to come back. I think that was their opening drive of the second half. So they took up, a decent amount of clock. And we're playing on 8-minute quarters, because I feel like that gives me more accurate scores, and it makes the game go by a little bit slower, so that way you're not just blinking and all of a sudden you're done playing a full game in I don't know, 30 minutes. So anyway, alright, so Bowman and the offense are back on the field. Let's try to get something on this drive here. I really want to hit a deep pass with Asher, but I got a feeling they're going to be able to get them. Yeah, the defense. Not that one away easily. A little wide sail here.
And now it's second down.
Defense for them is tightening up for sure. Hopefully Vasher can get open here. There we go. Come on. There you go, TJ. You're wide open. Split the defenders perfectly. Nice catch. I think that's his first catch of the game. But no time like late in the game to come up with big plays. That's fine with me. Unfortunately, Vasher's been a little bit of a disappointment this year. You know, he's got all the talent. He's got so much talent of so many receivers that have come through Tech in the last several years. But for some reason, he just can't seem to stay on the field. And it's not because of injuries. Well, he's been hurt a little bit. Like, I think a couple of years ago, he had a back injury and he was out for a few games. But other than that, the only time he's missed in the last couple of years have been like disciplinary issues and just, I guess, just being sick because of COVID this year. I don't really know. I really don't know. But, you know, for the last 2 years, I say, okay, if he can just get his head on straight, if he can stay out of trouble, and if he can, you know, make catches like that, then, you know, Tech would be a better football team. But for whatever reason, you know, it just hasn't really worked out, and he has to, and, you know, we've had to rely on other receivers to step up. Now, fortunately, we've had guys like that, like Dalton Rigdon, and this year it's really been Eric Ezukama.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well.
In the game we played against West Virginia this year, Ezukama was in there, but not only was Vasher out of the game, might have been sick as a COVID. I don't think it was disciplinary issues. I think he tested positive for COVID. They didn't confirm anything, but I'm confident because they always release a report about how many active cases are in the program. And I think at the time they said there were 3. Now they didn't define like whether it was a player or a coach, but if it's 3, my thinking is that one of them was more than likely TJ. I can't remember if he played last week or if he played the previous week. I really don't know.
Second and 9 from the 10.
Kind of tough. Although I think honestly TJ's mind is way beyond Tech right now. He's going to enter the NFL draft after this year, despite the fact that I feel like he really hasn't done a whole lot at Tech. I mean, yeah, he's done a lot. He came up with some big catches last year in clutch situations, but most of the time that he's been here, we've been a losing program. And I don't really know. I mean, yes, success has something to do with the scouts and what they look at, but
so much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route,
tough sledding.
I know that in the back of their mind, they're always.
Well, it was 3rd and 15. I was trying to get something going there, but I couldn't find anybody. But we're going to have Trey Wolf kick a field goal, and we increase our lead to 13. So, dominated pretty well in the first half. The second half kind of sputtered a little bit here. We're still up by 13 points, and there's only seconds left to go in the third. So we got to play a pretty good fourth quarter. So we'll try to tighten up, make sure we don't look the back of this too much. But we'll see.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And here we are, almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
It's just been a tough year. It's just been tough being a
and in today's NFL, where it's a
Ellinger keeps running the ball on us pretty well. I think we got to start spying.
Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
6 press here because I want to have a spy right there.
Excellent run. Just sets up
cover
for another first down.
My elbow to it. Get the first down. Yeah, like that right there. Get good penetration and get the back hill. Nice tackle there by yeah, that was Rico. That was Rico.
At the 38-yard line.
Well, that's the end of the third quarter. So we're up 27-14. Got a nice 13-point lead, but gotta keep tightening up here. Gotta keep playing hard on defense.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
All right, he made that catch. How much farther do they have to go? Okay, 3rd and 2. This is a pretty critical 3rd down for them. We're gonna send a blitz at him.
Because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch.
See if we can hold him in check here. There we go. There we go. That's what I was looking for, defense. We call the blitz and we get the sack on Sam Ellinger before we can do anything. Nice job. Okay, well, 4th and 8. Yeah, they're going to do it. Yeah, let's go cover 1 robber right here.
In this case, he's a stat sheet stuffer.
Come on now.
Interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he
Come on,
needs.
tip it away. There we go, knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down. Nice, good defense. I think that was Fields over there on the deflection. He almost got a pick. I was almost in position to make that play, but I'm okay with a deflection. Either way, they're off the field. Probably going to give him a heavy dose of Sir Roderick Thompson here to wind down this game.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They go with Thompson again.
There we go.
And he'll go down at
Nice
the
run,
28.
Thompson.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Definitely not running that jet.
A
weak flood here.
I saw a defense staying in
Do a
base,
couple more
not
passes.
taking a chance, not blitzing.
Not anything crazy,
in a
though. I
situation
don't
where they
wanna-
absolutely need the football back.
risk-
That's either a case of overthinking
risk
it
too much
or not
here.
thinking it
Play.
through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be
Too
careful about
risky.
where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
Keep on
You have
that
to be
route.
careful where you're coming
There we
from,
go.
obviously.
Oh!
At this stage,
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. And look, there we go. Doing a little hog tie right there celebration. Love to see it. They want us to go for 2. Okay, coach. All right, Coach Wells. Let's go for 2. Being aggressive for a change. I like it.
first thought is there
All
bad
right.
blood that went into this
Let's
one ahead
let's
of time
audible
that
to
maybe they're seeking some revenge
PA
or
Dagger
they
here.
just don't like them. The other
Koontz.
thing that always hits me is, are they worried about
See if he
playoff
can get
position?
open.
Are they
He's
worried
wide
about
open, and we get the 2-point conversion. Nice job. So now we're up 35-14. That's a 3-touchdown lead. Yeah, it's a 3-touchdown lead. So making it really difficult for them to come back, especially since we converted that 2-pointer, and they got 5.5 minutes to go. Yeah, that's going to make it very rough. Kind of looking like the normal Tech offense, 35 points in one game. Well, game's not even over yet. We still could score one more time before it's over. But we're not going to try too much for that.
Costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football?
Well, I don't really want to be blitzing too much in this situation, so I'm fine with the results we get right there. We really got to keep everything in front of us. I don't want to let up any big plays. Because if we do that, that'll get them right back in this game quickly. And in the Big 12, usually there's offenses that can have big plays quickly, and next thing you know, it seems right back in the game.
But now it's 3rd
One
down.
hole right here.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4
big
or
right
7. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap.
Oh, we got a pick. There we go. And guess who it is? McPherson. Pick 6 for Zach McPherson, just like in real life. Still holding true to his football magnet.
And that one will pretty much erase
Football
any
magnet,
hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis.
Oh, man.
Interception,
So cool.
return for touchdown. Door closed, locked.
Nice pick right there.
reinforced.
Extra point attempt here still to come.
Let's go ahead and kick the extra point.
And that'll
Yeah, this game
increase
is
their
over
lead
with.
to
That was a
28.
big-time score right there.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Sorry, guys. I was trying to take a picture of my phone to post on Twitter.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection.
All right.
That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Oh, that's way off by
And
Ellinger.
it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the
Good
ball.
player.
Yeah, recently I was
No,
actually
no,
working
it was a
game
good,
where
not
quarterback
a play,
had
but
streak of 5 straight
a
games
screen
without a
attack.
200-yard game.
Celebrating and
And
stuff
that was
like
a
that.
big talk, both in his town.
Come on, sack Ellinger. There we go. Tackle him by his legs. There we go. Nice job.
Big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down.
6 yards. And it's
The
3rd.
Colts on 3rd down.
Cool.
They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4. Pretty sure if they don't get this, they'll still go for it, though. Well, they got it. So there we go.
he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree,
all right, well,
one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
It was like sideline shots. Let's see if they show a better one. I'm wait for it.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to
third down
imagine this
10
defense are
here.
just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this
Kind
is
of
actually
playing
the
out the
easy
stretch
part of the
right
game
here.
for them because, just as you noted, they can sit.
Oh, that was way off Ellinger.
They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Number 16.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed
Fourth
on
and
both
10.
attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Got to try it here. He's back.
Oh, what? I didn't jump. Okay, no big deal.
Incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long.
I'm sure one of
That's
those
another
photos will be good for
example
my
right there.
Twitter.
It all boils down at the
So
end of it
we got them
execution.
to
Either you make the play or you don't.
On 1st down.
Not convert on 4th down, so we're just going to run the ball, kill the clock in this game. This fun game of whooping the Longhorns' rear end. Yeah.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
I hate Texas with a passion. Being a kid that grew up in San Antonio, Walmart fans exist. For this school, this team, trust me, T-shirt fans exist. You want to talk about a bandwagon college football fan base? That's it right there. Seriously. Like, they are just obnoxious, and I hate everything about that football program. Now, I got friends that go to University of Texas. I got nothing wrong with them. And I actually think that school-wise, their school of journalism and everything, it's a great school of broadcasting and everything. A lot of successful people come out of there. I've met a few of them. But I don't know. The school at Tech, the journalism school at Tech that I graduated from, it was really starting to get remodeled when I was going to start my freshman year there. So, in a sense, I felt like I was going to it at the right time because they were trying to expand, because they were leaving an older building and going into a bigger, better building. And I really felt like I was coming at the right time, you know. You get a delayed game penalty there, but whatever. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to be sour about that. Game's over anyway. Still got to keep running it, though. Since we lost those yards, we're going to have to pick them back up again and stop the clock. So that's just how I felt when it ultimately came time for me deciding where to go, and that's why I chose Tech.
It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough.
I made a lot of friends.
When you find that kind of yardage,
I wasn't a member of a fraternity, but I joined a student organization that was like it was a male student spirit organization. So we actually supported the athletic teams, like at the football games and the basketball games, baseball games. We'd we'd have a designated section and we'd cheer them on. We had bells in my, you can't see it, but to the right of my television right now is my old bell, and it's on my own bell holder. It's got my pledge class on there, and my year that I graduated, my year that I was pledged, and everything. So really cool stuff. That's something that I'm gonna want to keep forever, and definitely something to remind me of my years at college.
And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every
The good
year
thing
in
about
off
moving up
season
here to
and say, "Look,
Amarillo is that
as many times as you're going
because
to
I was
carry
living
the
in
ball,
Lubbock for
you
almost
should be able
3
to carry
years
one
working
more
that
time
part-time
to
job
make sure
for
you get in
athletics.
shape.
And I knew that when I moved up here, there's still, you know, obviously West Texas A&M is the big local school around these parts. I know that much. But, you know, Texas Tech is in the Big 12. Their athletic programs are bigger. They're a state school. And, you know, a lot of people, you know about Tech. And we actually do report on Tech sports occasionally if there's nothing else going on. Like our sports department, you know, they prefer to stay local with, you know, the high school and the West Texas A&M and Amarillo College stuff. Well, Amarillo College doesn't have athletic programs, I'm sorry. But, you know, that stuff. However, you know, Tech is literally an hour and 45 minutes south. I mean, when I moved up here to Amarillo, I didn't have to go too far from where I was originally. It's one of the, it was good to have that as my first big move for a full-time job. That's what I like the most about it.
Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
So, that's probably what I love the most. Oh, we almost got a sack there to end the game. I think we got a pick to ice it. Yeah, Adrian Fry got it. I'm just going to go in the pile and just end the game right there. So my Red Raiders, we get the win against our rival Longhorns, 45-14.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
It's pretty nice right there. Took care of business against the Longhorns. Man, this was a lot of fun. I might consider doing a few more games of this in the future, but for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and start to kind of wrap up this stream for the night. This is so much fun, guys, and I'm so glad that I was able to bring it to y'all. I'm so glad that I was able to actually, you know, play this mode because, like I said, in last year's Madden, I tried and I thought it was going to work. It didn't. And what really stunk is because the rosters that Tech has right now, they're not accurate that the guy made. So I had to go in and manually update them on myself. So I update all of them only to find out I can't even play as them and play now. So that was a little bit deflating. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning in this live stream. Shout out to Kobe Moat for checking out the stream. I'm pretty sure you're out of it, but anyway, man, if you see this like in post-recording or anyway, thanks for joining the chat, man. Always great to see you come in here. You know, thanks a lot. Always love the love and support. So thank you all for tuning in to tonight's live stream. Oh, one more thing. So this is kind of a little bit of an update because last week I did a live stream of trying to rebuild the Cowboys on a Wednesday night, and here it is, you know, next Wednesday, and I'm doing another stream. So my work schedule has changed yet again. So in my job at the station, I'm going to be now off on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and my work week is Friday through Tuesday. Yeah, very weird schedule, but when you're in this business, you have weird schedules all the time, and they always change on you, and that's what I'm figuring out the most. But the good thing is that I'm still working weekends, so I'll fully on weekends now, so Saturdays and Sundays. So I'll be photogging on both of those days, which is always good because last Saturday I was pretty busy. If you guys follow me on Twitter at Maitland_the3rd, I did 3 stories last Saturday, and I had to cover 2 volleyball games. So that was a very eventful day. I was busy, but you know what? One of the things I always say when it comes to photogging, it might be one of the hardest things of we as the production people have to do at the station, but it's always worth it. It's always fun. And also, because of that, I got a really good friend, a coworker of mine that's rejoining the weekend crew, so I'm excited to have him back as a part of that group. So anyway, guys, so good things are happening at work. Things were a little bit hectic for me this week, though, because I had to get new tires on my car. The tread was on the front tires was just absolutely almost worn all the way out. I had to get new tires, and I scheduled it on October 30th. However, and I was going to get it done on that Monday. However, this past couple days ago, only to find out that my work schedule changed again. I had to work on Monday, so I had to reschedule it. Originally, I was going to reschedule it to like earlier on Monday, at like 10 o'clock because that's the only slot they had available. But I said, you know what? I'm going to want to sleep in because I only got one day off in that situation because I was like switching work weeks and stuff. So, sorry to talk about my life stuff on the stream, but I kind of feel like I want to just a little bit. So ultimately I did that to, just relax a little bit more. So finally today I go in and get my tires done. I actually ran into a guy who is kind of who I work with, who was dealing with the same situation. Although his two front tires were just really, really worn out. His were even worse than mine. I thought mine were pretty bad. But even today, just driving around on the new tires, they feel great. My car feels like it's almost like brand new as far as hugging the road and everything. And for context, my car, I bought it new in 2009, so it's an 09 Versa, little hatchback Nissan thing. It's been the only car I've ever driven, but it's been pretty good for me. So fortunately, it served me well. Hopefully, it'll continue to serve me well for maybe 1 more year, 2 years. We'll see. But then again, I feel like I could get a better paying job and maybe stop wasting my time on making YouTube videos. But anyway. But like I've told you guys before, I got a real job. This is just a hobby of mine. I mean, I got the night off, and I really wanted to record some gameplay. I really wanted to just do this for y'all because this was a lot of fun. Getting a chance to play as my Red Raiders in this and just kind of share with y'all a little bit of a different side that I have, other than just the Cowboys content and everything like that, which is what I mostly do as far as Madden and the 2K stuff. I'm debating about whether I'm going to do 2K21 videos. The biggest reason I have not bought 2K21 yet, and I haven't done any gameplay on that when a lot of sports gaming YouTubers are doing that, is because, well, the season hasn't even started yet. We haven't even had an off season yet in the NBA. Like, the draft is 1 week from tonight, and that's literally the start of the off season. Literally, I think the next day is when free agency begins. So they're going to be stuffing everything into one. And the season itself is not starting until like December. It's like aiming for basically Christmas to start, like it did with the lockout season that was like the 2011-2012 season that was the lockout year. Yeah, that was the last like lockout season. So essentially they're kind of running the same formula. But, naturally I'm wondering what my Spurs are going to do to get themselves better, because they got a lot of work to do this offseason if they want to try to get back to being a playoff team, because this year they were a far cry from it. It ended the 22-year run as being in the playoffs every year. It was tough to see, but as much as I want to blame COVID, if the season had stayed the same, the Spurs would have been eliminated anyway. Like, they were theoretically already eliminated from playoff contention before they even started the bubble, and I was a little bit surprised that they got the invite to play in the bubble, because they were one of the lowest teams to get invited from the Western Conference to play in that game. It was nice to see a lot of the young players and really Pop getting a chance to reshuffle the lineup at the end of the season. Sorry, I'm talking about basketball when it's a football live stream. It was nice to see, but at the same time, I knew it was too little too late. It was kind of like, why didn't you do these lineups in the beginning of the season? So anyway, guys, I'm debating about, if you guys really want to see me do 2K21 gameplay, let me know, because mostly I'm really just sticking with the Madden, because this is the sports game that, number one, I know how to play best the most, and, I do enjoy it. The best thing I love about the 2K series in basketball is, not only, I became a big basketball Spurs fan first before football, but, the My Career mode is just leaps and bounds better than anything that Madden will probably ever push out in their career mode. That's just the way I feel, and that's the way I've always felt. EA Sports, they cut too many corners. They really don't care a lot about listening to the gamers and everything. So just the way I feel. But anyway, if y'all want to talk more about that, let me know. I'll do another stream where we just talk about random stuff. I've done those before. Like, I've done streams before where, like, I might be having some gameplay, but I'll be talking with more of the subscribers. Although it really helps if the chat is a little bit more lit, if there's more people in the chat room. But tonight it was just Kobe, but then again, thanks a lot, man. So anyway, here's the thing. I might get 2K21 like right when the season starts, because at that point the rosters will be updated already. The 2K servers will be fully online, and they definitely will have the schedule released and everything like that. So basically by the time December rolls around, that'll be when the season starts, so y'all might see some 2K gameplay then, but I want to wait till the season starts, because the 2K21 rosters right now, what I've seen, it's the same roster as the last game. Okay, and I played the last 2K, really didn't care too much for it. I don't really know. I really got a feeling based on reviews that I've seen from like Troyden and other big 2K gamers around there. It's really a copy and paste of the same game, on top of the fact that there's been no off-season at the time of the game's releasing, so therefore the rosters are not updated. So I kind of feel like unless you want to play the story mode and that's it, it's not a very fun game to play right now because the rosters are not up to date, or what they will be. They're not what they will be up to date, because you got Giannis wondering what he's going to do. You got wondering what Durant's going to do. Apparently I'm looking at Twitter tonight that Russell Westbrook wants out of Houston. He wants to be traded to like the Clippers or the Hawks or some other team. So yeah, once again, it looks like another juicy NBA offseason, which it always is. Although this past NFL offseason was actually pretty lit, mostly because of Tom Brady going from the Patriots to the Bucs, and then the Patriots signing Cam Newton after the Panthers just flat out dumped him. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this live stream. Greatly appreciated. I might do some more of this college football gameplay stuff in future Madden 21 videos if I get bored with like the Cowboys rebuild and stuff like that. The next time I show you my Dallas Cowboys rebuild, because there will be a part 2 to that, you're going to see a big change, and I hope if there's any Cowboy fans that see that stream, you are ready for it, because realistically, that could be who is behind the center next year. You never know. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this live stream. This is Rory Maitland checking out. Y'all have a good night. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Go Cowboys. And Wreck 'em Tech tonight.